Wonderful. Hi, everyone. I hope now you can see us. We're live on Zoom and also on Facebook. I try to go live on Facebook groups, but Zoom is not allowing that. So now we are on my timeline. I hope you could get this message, and later we will share in our group as well. Welcome, everyone. I just want to, before we get to our VIP members for our Content Freedom Challenge for 5 days. Hi, yeah. Today is actually day two. And yesterday we shared about content purpose to help you really align with your true purpose, and so that could fuel your passion so that you will become unstoppable. And yesterday we also shared about your niche and how to find your ideal niche. And from there, how to design your offer value ladder, and also design your 5 types of call to actions. So that will give all your content the direction, the strategic purpose. And it will not just be like aimless and share whatever, right? Or just a random inspirations. But now you have this purpose and also the focus, the call to actions, and you know what kind of content to create for what kind of purpose. Okay, today is day 2. Before we get to VIPs, and I want to quickly jump onto the, onto Facebook Live as well to share with guys, or like an overview of today what we shared about the content art. And I also will share with you some screen share about what the guidance we're sharing with our members, so that you could get a little bit like a peek of what we're doing here. Okay, so bear with me. Let me share with you the screen now. And we have, by the way, we have general members will get the general guidance, and for VIP members, they will get a VIP guidance. So it's a different level of content and also the details and guidance. So welcome again to our Content Freedom Challenge. And by the way, for those of you who have not already signed in, I will share quite soon under my video to, where you could register in. And by the way, if you register as a VIP member, don't worry about it. Maybe you missed the day 1 or whatever, like we shared before. You will get all the live replays, okay, unlimited access. And by the way, I have some friends who only wants to watch replays because they can have a control of the videos and they can pay more attention about the details instead of trying to catch up. But I would always encourage you, the best experience is a live experience. And now I'm giving you some live experience to have this momentum together, okay? So Content Freedom Challenge is really targeted to help you to make a greater, better, more income and also greater impact. And we have 5 days the challenge. Day 1 is focused on the content purpose, what separates the best from the rest, and to help you understand what is the greatest content. And day 2 is content art, why people buy or they fly. So we will not share a whole details, but today I will share with you some high level of essences so you can get some taste of what we're doing. And day 3 is content science. Day 4 is about content strategies. And then day 5 is content movement. So the 5 days will help you step by step get into the mastery of content, your content creation, and also your presence, so that you could really find, people said, oh, it's so challenging for me to get to find my ideal clients. But here is not let you to find your ideal clients. Instead, it's like let your ideal clients, ideal audience to find you. Okay, you get that? It's like totally on a converse logic and also principle. Is let yourself be not just visible, but also be foundable, so that your ideal audience will be called out, will be filtered. This is a whole process like a filtering, okay? Filter, and they will come to you, attract them to you, okay? That's an attraction. And today is purely about attraction. We are talking about the content art. And here, after today, if you join the live challenge, you will fully understand why people will buy and how to transform yourself into a powerful magnet. And today is really sharing about the essence to understand the psychology, why people buy or they fly, okay? The targets on day 2 will help our members to get their discover their authentic and visionary identity, and help them design their inspiring and empowering branding, and get their attached to aligned with their unique charisma, energy, and styles. And many of you may be not sure about what's your charisma and styles will help you to really unleash it and really claim it. And then we will understand the 6 levels of content. So here I will just quickly go over some what we will share with our members. Your true identity. And by the way, you do not find your identity. Many people look around the world. Who am I? Who am I? Asking this question, right? And to try to find out who they truly are and what's their identity. And actually, the real thing is, the truth is, you actually define it. You define your own identity. And every day is like a new identity, defining and developing and also expanding your identity's opportunity. Okay, so you are the co-creator of your life and identity. If you were created, many of you, if you believe that you were created, by our great ultimate creator, and you are not just passively created, that's it. Okay, you are the co-creator. Every day is like a blank white paper. You can draw and write anything on it. So you create it, okay? And as I remember, when I started, now I could not imagine, years and years, dozens of years ago, right? When I was still in China, tried to be a great, excellent student and climbing on the ladder of a corporate world. And even after I immigrated to the US, I also spent 4 years in a Fortune 100 company to trying to climb higher on the ladder, and did not know what is other choices for me, till I really found my purpose and get into coaching industry and become a coach through the 13 years of being empowering other people, empowering especially our visionary entrepreneurs and life changers to follow up their call and to really stand out as a confident expert and thought leader in their ideal niche. So till now, so many years after I recall, I could not imagine when I was in China, how could today I become the coach, right? Become an abundance coach. So, and now I have a vision. By the way, my vision board, beautiful vision board, is by my side. I had a vision. Now sounds like impossible. It's really like a big vision and impossible. But I believe that life, if I keep consistently on my, pursuing my purpose and keep doing every day the work towards it, and life will really give me some surprises maybe years later, and something I could not even imagine today, and in the future could become true. So hold the faith that, okay, and never quit pursuing it, and also never be afraid of defining bigger dreams and bigger visions, okay, and even identity. You can just, kids have a daydream, and whenever they have daydream, I would encourage them, okay? Daydream is a great thing, especially our kids, many adults, they lost this capability to dream again, and it just be limited by daily life realities. So I would encourage you today, if you get some chance, take a few minutes, even break, and to do that meditation and to visualize yourself, have the wild imagination and what you could be, or even beyond your imagination, okay, in that kind of a level. So just do not give yourself any limitation, just the dream and a vision, and to just think of what could be impossible or what could be possible. All right. So from there, every day, I would encourage you to do this meditation. I have my abundance meditation morning and nighttime. So every day, that's enabled me to really empower myself to keep expanding myself, stretching myself, to go beyond my comfort zone and become something I previously could not imagine about. So, and then who I am. So many people ask these questions, right? Or maybe unconsciously was anxious to discover it and not sure about why. And many people lost their identity because they are not clear about why they are here and who they are. And especially for people say 2 ages, right? One is the young people, between the teenagers and to adults, they are the hungriest time to really search for who they are. And another time is actually a crisis time, is that people's middle age. If they have still not found out who they are and find the truth, find the wisdom, and find the true identity, they will get lost. That's why people call a middle age crisis, right? People get lost, they don't know who they are and what they are doing here and why they're doing everything they are doing, right? So that's 2 times people are more sensitive or more eager maybe to find out. So I would encourage you to, whatever age you are at now, so spend some time every day with yourself, some quality time with you, not just quality time with other people, not just with your family. You need the number one, quality time with yourself every day to connect with who you are. And it's really like it's just like a universe. Do not think like one day you find everything, all the answer. And life is unlimited. Our potential is unlimited. So always have this habit every day. Spend at least a few minutes fully connected with yourself, have some quality time by yourself to think, to vision, and to also imagine, and to connect with yourself. And from there to expand to yourself where the true vision and the purpose and the direction you want to go. Okay. So by the way, when you find truly who you are, the feeling, okay, the feeling, whatever answers you may give yourself, and that answers, I promise you will keep expanding. But the feeling will make you feel light, feel freedom, feel love, feel joy, okay? Feel that kind of that's kind of like a wisdom, and you're on the right track, okay? So find that feeling every day, all right? And so now your true identity is unconditional. Here is very important that even if you fail to realize your dream, right? Like sometimes we want to be like dream to be, for example, when I was younger, the dream to be a teacher. The first dream was to become a teacher. Then I had so many different dreams, right? When I was in a corporate, I dreamed to become like executive level. But all those one passed, I still did not lose my identity, because the true identity I hold in myself now through all these years of big adversities and ups and downs, I found my true identity is really abundance. That's my original identity. That's wherever I go, whatever I do, no matter it's like a failure or up, especially in the entrepreneurship and business world, right? And every day could have so many failures and could have so many objections. And that should not change your identity. And I'll always get back to my identity, that abundant self. No matter what I do and fulfill, either like income or titles or whatever, right? Like a big accomplishment in this world, even though I may not meet that, my current visions, some part of it looks like wow, so far away and beyond my current dream. Even though I may not fully realize everything I put on my vision board, but I'm still on this track to pursue it, to expand myself, and also to focus on the abundance of values, and to contribute my love, my light, my gifts, my wisdom, and everything I learned on my way. So I will never lose my identities. So, I'm here purely to serve you, visionary entrepreneurs, to serve you and to contribute my part of my wisdom and inspirations, so that every day I could contribute this energy to lift you up, so that you could become successful as well. That's truly my call, to help you unleash your purpose, your call, and to really stand out to make that impact. That's my call to help you, okay? So even, for example, even my relationship dissolved, like, for example, my marriage, I was separated, and because of the crisis, because of betrayal, but I still love, I still have this abundance. We still are friends, we still have parents, and taking good care of our children. So no matter what kind of adversities you could have, or difficulties or challenges or failures in this world, you never lose your true identity. That is abundant to you. That is like the abundant self, and also the child of God, to come here, to contribute every day, instead of just looking for the destiny. I encourage myself not just to look at the destiny at the very end, but instead focus on every day, how you live that day to its fullness. Did you fully do your best efforts, stretch yourself, get out of a comfort zone to do the things, to answer your call, and to contribute other people, to give, to support, to inspire, right? So, and then you will feel like, oh, this day I lived it to its fullness, and this day I lived to feel fulfilled. So focus on every day and get on the momentum. Okay, that's what we're doing. Get on the momentum to take this challenge. And okay, I want to get quicker to other parts. By the way, we will share, if you are in a challenge, we will help you to find and further define your business brand, uplift it to a higher level. And it will also help you to define your personal brand. And I will share with you how I developed and defined my personal brand and my business brand to help you to get yours to that ultimate level, okay, not just the now, but ultimate level that could help you become that attractive magnet. And then what make you unique and attractive. And by the way, why there are like 3 criteria for people, and I want to help you to understand why people want to follow somebody. Okay, so now we change the perspective, stand on another like a follower's perspective. Okay, followers want to follow leaders. So that's why you want to stand out in your ideal niche as a leader, as an influencer, as authority. Or some of you maybe say, oh no, I do not feel that. I'm not maybe not good enough. I do not have that kind of level of expertise, all this kind of dramas, right? Like inner talk to get yourself like a backward. But I want to share with you 3 essences where people would follow you or even buy from you, okay? So today, this is about the art. The number 1, they would ask that question, answer 3 questions they would ask. They would inside of themselves, unconsciously even, okay? When they are reading your content, when they are looking at your presence, they will ask themselves that kind of question. Like they will ask, they will ask you, okay? Imagine that they're asking you this question. Do you care about me? Unconsciously, they're asking this question when they are consuming your content. Do you care about me? That's number 1. They need to feel being cared, that you really care. You really care about them, okay? You understand them. You care about them, care about their dreams and their passions, and care about their strugglings, and you want to help them, okay? And the second one is really, can you help me? Can you help me? And that's like they will judge, okay? They will unconsciously judge if you have that expertise, if you have that kind of a capabilities, if you have that kind of like either tools or strategies or best practice, whatever you have, they will judge that, right? And from your previous records as well. So that's why you want to help people at the beginning, maybe like provide a free help and get those testimonials and really get people's results, right? And so that will show, and you can really help them, okay? On the ideal niche and on this kind of problem you are focusing on solving, you need to show them that proof that you can solve it, okay? And then number 3, the third question is really, can I trust you? That's a question they were unconsciously asking themselves to your audience, okay? Can I trust you? And how could they trust you? That's from your consistency, from your integrity, okay? From your everyday showing up there. What you talk, what you're doing, your behavior, like you are walking your talk and talk your walk. And they observe you not just one day, then they will jump into your offer and to buy it. No, majority time people will follow you. If they like you, okay, they will follow you. They feel like you really care, you have the solution, you can help them. And then they follow you and observe you and to see that you are really what you are talking about. And you are integrated and you are consistent, okay? And you're always delivering and you're always giving, okay? And then they will see, oh, okay, this person I could trust him or her. And then they will follow you for maybe a long time. By the way, I have people on my email list for how many years? For 13 years, okay, from the beginning when I started my business on like the happiness coaching. And through all these years, I evolved into abundance entrepreneurship and thought leadership coach. And they are still following me. Of course, I have some unsubscribers. Those people, what's a pity for them, right? They just like, they got overwhelmed by so many emails from different channels, but they missed it. But never worry about it, okay? Like they said, the Bible said, your sheep will hear your voice, okay? Your sheep hear your voice. So don't worry about it. Always have this abundance mindset. There's so many great people out there. So many people need your gifts, need your call, need your help. And your sheep will hear your voice. And you, by the way, you need your voice to be heard, right? That's what we are totally here about the Content Freedom Challenge. You need your voice to be heard by your sheep, okay? So, and finally, I want to quickly review. We know we have so much like content here, like your personal style. We will help you like understand your energy and your unique attraction. And then we will, on day 2, we will help you to understand the 6 levels of content, 6 levels, okay? And from the basic level, the visibility level, to the next level, like more interesting stuff and get people's attention, right? All the people like Russell Brunson mentioned of a hook story offer. The first level is like a hook, okay? You can see all the marketing and the hooks out there, or you can call it like a buzz, or sometimes I call it momentum, and all this kind of like just get people's attention, okay? And then next level is a good resonated content. When you get people's resolution, they get impression, right? And then the further next is like inspiring them and the creative content, and people get that inspiration. And then people will take like some response, right? When people get inspired, they will respond. They will either like your post or sharing, or they will like comment, right? From when your content at least get to this level to be inspiring, so that people will respond or will engage. And then next level will be great thought-provoking content, and that will make impact. You will provoke people's thinking, and it's just like interrupt their pattern, right? Including some hooks will also enter people's people's like a normal pattern, get them to stop, to watch, or to read, to listen, and to like then have them further response, and that give them impact, that really like make them to think, and they try to find answer to respond to you, and that's impact. Okay, and then the next level, the level 6, is really so inspiring and also intriguing content. This is get to not just people's mind, we really get people's heart, their feeling, their soul, really intrigued, their deep self. That's really like a deep self, make them to reconnect with themselves and get to that truth and consciousness level. And that is great, really great content. It's just like touch people's soul and make them not just to have fun, how to get inspiration or get impact. Impact may make people do some things right now and at that moment, but really the transformative kind of content will trigger people's deeper level of even rethink about their identity, not touch their soul, and that will generate long-term impact and could create that transformation, make them do something different, make them make some changes. And even, for example, change their pattern, change their identity, and like shift their beliefs. And that kind of content is really transformative content, and then make them become a different person, okay? It's basically just like transform that person from one form to another form, like reprogram them, okay? So that's the 6th level of content. All right, so that's for today. I hope, let me stop this share. And by the way, quickly, after we share more about the content, and at the end, we will have every day we will have a challenge assignment, and our members will get into our challenge group on Facebook. They will do the live video, and they will share today's learning, and then from there they will take action. For example, you will share your who am I, your brand, and they will get me and our members feedback, and also you will share why people should choose you instead of others. From there, you will dig out what's your attraction, okay? And what is your style? What is your energy? What is energy source? What is your charisma? What is your expertise? And what's your strengths over other people? And especially in your, and following yesterday, right? To further clarify your ideal niche, and here how you can become an influencer and authority, and what make you different, okay? So we will dig into those areas to help you to really make a difference today. All right, so that's for day 2, content art. So I hope you enjoyed this like brief. I'm not sure how many minutes already, maybe over 20 minutes already. So hope you enjoy that. It's just like a high level peek of what we're doing inside of our Content Freedom Challenge. We will look forward to welcome you into our real life complete experience, okay, every day. So you will get on special VIP members, you will get on the Zoom exclusively with me, and also enjoy all this teaching and ask questions, and then we will have an implementation right away, and I will give feedback. So that will be the best like really on-site coaching. And normally I found through many years of coaching myself and learning from so many mentors, right, I just found that really the live implementation and feedback is the most important thing, and that make a big difference to help people to accelerate their progress and accelerate their progress and also accelerate their success. Instead of just like yourself struggling on your content or your whatever you are doing defining and waiting for a long time, either you get into mastermind or other like forms and waiting for a long time to get real-time feedback. And that's totally different. And also through the 13 years of coaching experience, and really like look at the higher level and lift you up to your ultimate version, okay, and ultimate vision. And by the way, yesterday I shoot, I also am personally, I'm also taking the challenge, okay. Yesterday I shoot a video, it's called about the, by the way, I had a big fun. I did the role play and did the 2 roles and played that entrepreneur's dialogue. What are you waiting for? I hope you will. Just a 2 minutes and a half. Okay, I had a big fun and wrote this just like a plot, and then I played it and put it together. I hope you will enjoy it and let me know how you like it. And by the way, at the end of the day, I will share the link of our Content Freedom Challenge and make sure that you will join in. Okay, even though today's day 2, if you join in, you can watch yesterday's replay and also play full out for the rest of the days. And then we also have a great both bonuses for both general and especially for our VIP members, so that you could have both unlimited access VIP members to our all replays, and also you will have our live and also makeover for your niche, for your brand, for your offer, and also for your content. Okay, so we can't wait to welcome you into our live challenge, and we'll see you soon. Okay, bye.